Chiefs Kingdom, what's going on? Welcome in to the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports as the Chiefs are victorious against the Bears 41-10 yesterday's game. We're going to go into some overreactions in today's show, but before we get to that, I need you to help me congratulate the Chiefs on their victory by typing 41 in the chat, as that's how many points they put on the board. I want you to put 41 in the comments for the Chiefs as we get into today's show. Let's dive right into the first overreaction as the Chiefs have 3 wide receiver twos. Well, I think so. Again, welcome in to the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I'm Jay Sanders. This first overreaction stems from 3 good wide receiver performances from Rashee Rice, Sky Moore, and Justin Watson, as they all had really good games. Most of them all had over 40 yards. They looked really good. Travis Kelce was the leading receiver with 69 yards, but 59 for Rashee Rice, 42 for Sky Moore, 51 for Watson. Watson had 51 on 2 catches, only 3 targets. It was a really good game for these 3 guys. And which one is wide receiver 2? Because wide receiver 1 is definitely going to be Travis Kelce. That's established. Now, wide receiver 2, it was up for debate. You kind of thought it could be Kadarius Toney. Well, I think it's one of these 3. And what do you think? You think it's Rashee Rice? You think it's him? Then type RR. If you think it's Sky Moore, who I think I'm really high on, I think he could be number 2, type SM. If you think it's Justin Watson, who, I got to be honest, he's been a surprise this season. I've liked how he performed. I don't think I ever labeled him as a potential number 2 wide receiver in this Chiefs wide receiver room. If you think it's him, type JW. I got to go with RRSM for Sky Moore, Rashee Rice. Both those guys have looked absolutely incredible, and I like what they can bring to this team. Both young, both really ready, and with Patrick Mahomes throwing it to him, it's always going to be a good thing. The second overreaction that I'm going to have today is Drue Tranquill needing to start. Now, Drue Tranquill, well, he stepped in for Nick Bolton. Now, Bolton was out due to injury. We knew this at the beginning of not the beginning of the week, but around midweek, as with starting middle linebacker, Nick Bolton, he was out, we mentioned it. It was second stringer linebacker, Drue Tranquill, to come in, and he did not disappoint because this defense continued to dominate. They only allowed 10 points to the Bears, and overall, the stats offensively for the Chicago Bears, they were not good whatsoever. They averaged 4 yards per play. 4 yards per play. Not good in any realm at all, especially not in the NFL. It's crazy what this defense has accomplished, because coming into the year, it was not expected that this defense was going to be this good, but I like what I've seen. And Drue Tranquill, he called a really good game yesterday, being at the head of the defense. I like what I saw from him, and hopefully we can continue this defense with next week with Nick Bolton back in the squad. All right, before we continue with the overreactions, it's time to welcome in a brand new sponsor to the Chiefs Report, and that's Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Prize Picks adds a ton of excitement to the sports viewing experience. Watch your progress update in real time, win up to 25 times your entry amount, and cash out your winnings with quick scoring, settling, and withdrawals. What I found out I really liked about Prize Picks is the frequent discounts, bonuses, and other exciting offers. Players can enjoy community-wide promotions, including weekly promotions like Taco Tuesday and Flex Friday. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Now with Prize Picks, it's just you against the numbers. Instead of battling thousands of players, including pros and sharks, you pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Now with Monday Night Football coming up, I decided to throw my hat in here, and I kind of like going more on these guys. First of all, DeAndre Swift, 36.5 rushing yards. I'm taking more all day. He looked incredible when the Eagles played last. I think he can definitely get over 36.5. I'm not really with that. Jalen Hurts, more than 237.5 passing yards. I'm taking that all day. And then with Joe Burrow, he's going to play, but to what extent? How good is he going to be? We don't know. They may not be able to get in the end zone. I'm taking more on 1.5 field goals for Evan McPherson. I like the Bengals to kind of help me there with those field goals. Prize Picks is the super simple way to play. I made my picks in less than 60 seconds. And with Prize Picks now offering Apple Pay, I got my deposit into my account really quickly. Again, go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, where daily fantasy sports made easy. All right, let's dive back into the overreactions here. And the third one is that the Chiefs have the top running back room in the AFC West. Now I know what you're going to say, Josh Jacobs with the Raiders. And we're the Chiefs here. I'm not liking the Raiders. And I'm not talking about just one running back. Josh Jacobs may be the best running back. But this whole Chiefs room was amazing. I mean, these three guys put together this stat line. With Isaiah Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Jerick McKinnon, combined, they had 163 all-purpose yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Along with Jerick McKinnon, he has 10 receiving touchdowns since Week 13 last week. That leads the NFL. The dude is on fire, and this week, they were the best running backs in the AFC at West. It was the best week they had. They were the best. I can't really put it any other way. Isaiah Pacheco was looking really good. Hard-nosed running. Jerick McKinnon was the great passing down back. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I know it was garbage time, but he came in and did exactly what he needed to do, and I liked what I saw from him. I kind of think this room, it's pretty good, despite what people say. CEH is not a bad third-string back if that's where he's going to be, but keep him at that third-string back. Isaiah Pacheco needs to be your number one. Now, the fourth one, we have to talk about it. I know. You're tired of hearing about Taylor Swift. Oh, I want to learn about the Chiefs. But we have to talk about it. We have to. Swift could be the Chiefs' good luck charm. Listen, I'm going to say this. She was in the booth with Mama Kelce. That right there tells me that at least there is something going on with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Romantically, maybe. We'll see what happens. Right now, they're very good friends. But you can't lie with the numbers. The Chiefs yesterday, with Taylor Swift in attendance, 41 points. The Chiefs without Taylor Swift, the first 2 games against the Lions, and then against the Jaguars, 37 points. You can't lie with this. With Taylor Swift in attendance, the Chiefs are just better. They are. And I know it's one game. We can't really tell. But what's to say she doesn't go to New York? Taylor Swift is a New York girl. We all kind of know that. Well, the Chiefs playing the Jets, that could be an easy opportunity for her to be there again. And she could be another good luck charm, but the question is, will she be at the game? I want to hear from you if you think that Taylor Swift will be at the Jets game on Sunday. Then type Y for yes. If you think, no, this is a one-time thing, she came out because Travis invited her to the game to come watch him perform in Kansas City after he watched her perform in Kansas City, then type in. It's in New York, Sunday Night Football. I kind of think she's going to be there. I don't know how she can miss that, but she's a busy woman. Maybe we don't know, but I'm thinking Y for yes. But let me know what you think. Y for yes, N for no. Do you think Taylor Swift will be at the game this Sunday? The fifth overreaction, as kind of diving back into the offense, is that Gabbert is not QB2. Now, I know it was kind of garbage time, but the stat line doesn't lie. It's just not good. 3 of 5, 31 yards. And the big thing that I look at is 2 interceptions. One of them, not necessarily his fault, I know. Bounced off the hands of a wide receiver into the Bears defender's hands. But the QBR of 1.6, that's not on a defender. That's just a yikes right there. That's just bad. 1.6, I don't think I've seen that in a long, long time. And the reason why this is somewhat of an overreaction is because, well, Patrick Mahomes did have his ankle rolled up on. We kind of have an update with that, as again, yesterday, he had his ankle rolled up on during the game, and it wasn't good for a moment. He kind of hobbled, but he ended up coming in the second half, playing a drive, and then that's when Blaine Gabbert took over. But you want these stats on the field. You want a QB who has 803 yards. You want a QB with 7 touchdowns already for 3 games. And the 2 interceptions, again, that's still one with me because the first one is all Kadarius Toney. That's all Kadarius Toney. And you can say that for Blaine Gabbert, too, that he should only have 1 yesterday because of the one that bounced off the wide receiver's hands. But same time, you want those stats on the field. Andy Reid did say today that he had no injury updates, And Mahomes was seen on the sideline telling Andy Reid, I am fine. But I have to know, what's your concern level with this? Because I don't like it that Blaine Gabbert is our QB2. I don't really like it right now. And the fact that there was any sort of possible injury with Patrick Mahomes is not what I like. So, from a scale of 1 to 10, what is your concern level with Patrick Mahomes? I'm going to say 3. And those 2 extra points besides 1 is going to come from this. It's the fact that Blaine Gabbert's behind him, and it's the fact that it always seems like Patrick Mahomes and his ankle is having trouble. We saw that last year. I don't want to see anything like that this year. I think we'll be fine, but let me know what you're thinking. Scale of 1 to 10, what's your concern level with Patrick Mahomes? All right, before we let you go, I want to say I appreciate all you of the Chiefs Report family, the Chiefs Report Kingdom. And if you want to be a part of this Chiefs Report family, then subscribe today, youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We're bringing you Chiefs content every single day, along with a little bit of Taylor Swift content. Peace out.